All right, everyone, I'm ready to get back to work. I tweeted out, I think this is the first time in like 16 years that I've literally not looked at a chart for 8 days. Now, is that good for me? I don't know. I'll let you know next week. I guess it was kind of refreshing to purposefully not even check the chart. I had no idea what any stock or what the market was doing. I purposely avoided it. I avoided Twitter for a week. So maybe cathartic, and maybe I'll come back not knowing how to trade at all. I don't know. Obviously I glanced at charts now, and I see. Let's see that this is what SPY looked like. Hold on, right there when I stepped away. So we're actually below that now. We had a nice little couple, 3-day bounce, and then kind of rolled over. I have no idea if there were any market moving headlines or anything. I'm kind of playing catch up, but looking forward to getting back to trading. That's the one thing about being a day trader. If you are, in cash every night like I am, you take a week off, you're not making any money. On a bright note, you're not losing any money either, right? So anyway, here are some stocks that I'm going to be watching on Monday for 8+ setups on an intraday basis. Hopefully we'll find some gappers as well. Let's just start with Nautilus, NLS. And this isn't a great chart pattern, but it's kind of riding the 8-day, right? And have a couple days in a row where you get little bottoming tails bouncing off the 8. So overall, relative strength to the market. That's not like a chart pattern that I'm drooling over, but I am going to watch it because it's holding up really well. CODX, I almost think this shouldn't be on watch. It's at three green days in a row. Let me go to 15-minute candles here. Yeah, I think that's why I put it on watch. It's kind of interesting through the whole number 15. At the same time, like I said, it's already had 3 green days in a row. 60-minute candles here. You could maybe squint your vision, blur your vision on purpose, and come up with a little cup and handle there from the last few weeks. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to pull this off the watch list and still put it on a chart. Kind of keep my eyes on it, but I'm going to tell you, I'm not in love with it. All right, but you know what? Great relative strength to the market. It's just I hate looking at something long after 3 days in a row. So let's skip from NLS to WPRT. Nice breakout, massive volume on Friday. Closing well off its highs, but still, that is massive volume. So we're going to watch that for a follow-through day. SAVA, S-A-V-A. Wow, had the gap up last week and then kind of bled lower a little bit. And then I see it gapped up on Friday with a pretty strong close. Let me go to weekly candles here. Okay. So it's definitely in an area where it's had some issues with. Certainly massive volume last week. But it is worth noting that when you pan way out, it's definitely had some trouble with this area. Absolutely worth watching. It may have some shorts caught in this one. That's what it did on Friday on a 5-minute basis. So fairly choppy, but certainly worth watching. EVGN. Let me zoom in a little bit to kind of show you why I like this. Had this nice run here, and you could argue, let's take Friday's candle out of it. You could argue, okay, strong run and holding up pretty well, kind of flagging, right? You can picture a trend line right there. So you could argue that Friday is day one of a breakout of this kind of triangle pattern or flag pattern. So maybe a follow-through day there tomorrow or sometime next week. Should probably be on a chart all week. MYO, looks like it gapped up. This would have been Wednesday and kind of straight sideways. It looks like after hours, I'm guessing maybe Tuesday then? Yeah, because this would have been Wednesday the 16th. Yeah, so it looks like Tuesday after hours, this thing had news and ran to $7. And certainly opened lower than that on Wednesday. I try to glance and see if I can figure out what the news was. It says $3 million in the float, Medical Devices USA, and certified as a Medicare provider. Looks like the news came out right after the closing bell on Tuesday. So then, Tuesday, right? And then gapped up after hours Tuesday. Hit 7, so let's switch to 15-minute candles. And you could argue holding up pretty well. Certainly going to watch it. All right, that's MYO, VXRT. Gapped up last week. Actually, this would have been Friday, I think, right? Then Monday, Tuesday. Nope, this would have been Monday. Tuesday, this is on Monday, gapped up. I'm not sure if it had news. Had over 200 million shares traded on Monday. kind of flagged and then tried to rip again on Thursday and quiet inside day on Friday. There's 15-minute candles. Something's certainly up with this one. Big volume, and this thing has had a history, probably a COVID news, has had a history of some pretty decent runs over the past few months. So let's keep our eyes on that one. BE, you can picture a trend line from here. Follow my mouse there, and it basically came up into the trend line on big volume, maybe a follow-through day and a break out of this kind of flag pattern on Monday. We'll see. NNOX had this crazy move right before I went on vacation. As a matter of fact, it was a great call on that one. I'm actually going to look that up while I'm babbling. Wayne made a great call on that one last Friday, and haven't made a video for a week, so let me see. Again, I'm telling you, I've been away from the chart. So he called this one on Friday at $51, and it went to $66.67. Basically, almost caught the low of the day. That's a great call. Look at that. Well, since then, absolutely decimated, but had a decent bounce on Friday. You're kind of near a 2-day, you almost have 2 equal highs there, Thursday and Friday. So this one does go on long watch, looking for it to continue this bounce. You could also argue a lot of longs in trouble on this thing. It's only been trading for what, 3 weeks, maybe a month, but certainly might continue that bounce on Monday. So we'll keep that on watch. RVP, kind of obscure, but kind of going sideways here and then broke out of a range on Friday. If I go to 15-minute candles, it's a little bit more interesting if I pan out, because it had a big volume spike back here, I don't know, 6-7 days ago, and then a really big volume spike at the very end of the day on Friday. So it does feel like something's up with this one. So we'll be looking for a continuation day on Monday. And we'll watch that one all week. MBIO. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Big volume on Friday. And, this $4 area might come into play. It looks like Wednesday, it hit 402. Friday, hit 403. So maybe back through 4 with any kind of fervor on Monday. And then you take out these, the last week's high, which has gotten slapped down pretty hard two times in a row, but a fairly strong close on Friday. So kind of interesting through 4, knowing that it's just barely above that is what I would call a catalyst or two. EBON, I don't know what the news was on this thing, but man, this on Thursday, look at the range, 781 to 1495, but it's given a lot of that back. It's all the way back down under 10. Just in the afternoon session, and then Friday Friday session. Let me look at this on 15s real quick. So it looks like it did this on Thursday morning, and then kind of bled lower most of the day, and kind of a quiet day on Friday. I do think that's worth watching. Anytime you have something that has a massive move, basically almost doubles in one day, then you get kind of a quiet day on much lower volume. Sometimes you get what I call a third day play, and it rips again. So we're gonna have that on watching. And lastly, OLN. In my mind, I'm pretty sure they're an ammunition maker, but I'm not positive. Decent volume on Friday, but that's still not why it's on. Well, it's kind of near recent highs, going back a couple months. The volume caught my interest, and then it looks like the reason it's on the list is in after hours. This went out on Friday at 1390. It looks like it had probably some after hours news, so a potential gap play on Monday. All right, so I'm going to leave it at that. I'm looking forward to trading again. It's been nice being away, but I'm a trader at heart, and I'm really, really proud of myself for not even glancing at anything. There's been many a vacation I've taken. I don't take that many actually, but when I take them, really going back the last 15 years, that I'm always checking my phone and checking stocks, and maybe I even held something into vacation trying to be cute, which I'm talking years ago. I don't hold that. I barely hold my wife overnight anymore. I don't hold anything overnight, right? So this was a pure vacation. I haven't looked at anything, and it was kind of nice, kind of relaxing. But again, I'm a day trader at heart, and that's how I make my money. So it's time to go back to work. Looking forward to seeing everybody on Monday morning.